Hi, and welcome back to the Arsenal Fans Focus podcast. Today, we're going to be diving in and talking about Arsenal had a reluctant, a heavy 5 games. On top of my head, if I can remember, the Sunderland game. Then we had, what was that one?
So we had Spurs
and
home, Bayern Munich home, Chelsea away, Brentford home, Villa away, and then Brugge away last night.
Right. I mean, again, all those games, 5, 6 games. We're going to be talking about the Premier League game first, because Premier League games first. Then we're going to be diving into the Champions League. It's going to be a mix of runs. I mean, we had a mix of runs, wins, draws, frustrations, standout individuals, performance, and a few near nervy times. So, obviously, you just heard Jack, who's always part of the gang. How you doing, bruv?
Yeah, all good, mate. Thank you.
Good. Who's going to be helping me go through the whole thing? The last 5, 6 games.
It's been that long. You just called me Jack.
Did I just call you Jack? Sorry, guys. I just called him Jack. Once again, it's Jake. Mate. Sorry, mate. You need to
It's been a couple of weeks, boys. We've had a 6 games we've missed.
He's
don't know me anymore.
What? How come your name's not up there, by the way?
That's your.
Oh, you just got Jay. Oh, it's Jay. All right, because I'm right up on 6. It's so small. Anyway, all right. I've just lost the train of thought. So also, what we're going to be hearing from, listening, dropping. I'm sorry. What I want the listeners to do: drop us their thoughts and comments in the message, and let us know what you think about the last 5 games. So look, let's just dive into this. All right, let's talk about the Premier League games, and then we'll jump in. We'll discuss the Champions League. Let's talk about the Spurs game first. Obviously, it was a North London derby, 4-1. Honestly, for me, it was an absolute beautiful weekend, absolute amazing weekend, and we showed those crappies down the road. London is always going to be red, no matter what. So I'm gonna ask you first, Jake. What did you think of it? The game
of the season so far. It was epic. It reminded me of the Leeds game in a bit of a weird way, where certain things happened where just everything went right. Obviously, the Leeds game, Eze arrived, Gyökeres got his goals. But I just felt with the Spurs game, just obviously with Eze's hat trick and just the way we played, and just obviously that Richarlison goal we couldn't do nothing about. That was a one-hit wonder. But yeah, what a performance by the boys! The atmosphere was unbelievable. And yeah, obviously Eze put his name down in Arsenal history with that great performance. Could have had 4 if he put that chance in at the end. But yeah, great performance from the boys. We were well up for it. The fans were well up for it, and well deserved 3 points.
Who else stood out for you on that game?
I think everyone played well, to be honest with you. I don't think anyone had a bad game. I think we always do the player ratings. I think everyone was 8 or 9 out of 10, to be honest with you. I don't think anyone really put a foot wrong. Obviously, Eze will be the main standout. But again, Trossard. It's a shame that he's got injured now, because he was in great run of form.
What about Rice? I mean, the guy was everywhere, anywhere, everywhere. I mean, that's a true captain.
I'm not surprised he's ill.
From the front, from the back, everything.
Yeah, as I said, I'm not surprised he's ill, because he's just literally dragging us through some of these games, and obviously he set up Eze as well. But yeah, monster performance by Rice again. Hopefully he's back for Wolves. But yeah, just a great one of the best North London derbies I've been to personally.
I mean, because I remember when it come with. I mean, going back to Eze, I gave Eze. I mean, just like I think you gave him a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 100%.
I gave him a 10 out of 10 with his performance, with his hat trick. Also, where does that rank amongst the Arsenal midfields show this season, or Arsenal's derbies against Tottenham?
It's got to be up there.
Do you think he's written his name now as a legend?
Oh, 100%, 100%. Especially in that North London derby game, and he come out afterwards and said, he prayed for a hat trick and it came true. So hopefully he keeps on praying, and hopefully we keep on hopefully he's prayed for us to win the bloody league, and hopefully that comes true as well. But yeah, what a monster performance it was from him, and the finishes as well. It's just like the commentary team were like slagging him off a little bit. He didn't really control it, but I thought he controlled it brilliantly for that second goal.
He's always going to get. He's always going to get. Listen, any Arsenal players are going to get slagged off by the media. They hate us, like the fans. So I'm not even worried. I won't even pay attention to that right now, to be honest with you. So I mean,
class act.
Yeah, I mean, I want to talk a little bit more about the Eze a little bit later, but I want to ask
Nkapie as well. Sorry. Nkapie gets a big mention because obviously Gabriel got injured.
Gabriel got injured.
Break, and then Nkapie you wouldn't even notice he wasn't there. We didn't even discuss the defense, did we? We didn't even need to.
Because did Mosquera get injured in that game? No, he didn't.
No. Nkapie and Saliba started together.
That's right, yeah. Now, okay. Well, listeners, I want to ask the listeners in the chat: was Eze's best? Was that Eze's best performance in an Arsenal shirt? Please let us know what you guys think. Is this number 10? Is this one of Arsenal's best number 10 that played against one of our biggest rivals? In fact, I don't want to call them rivals anymore, but with our neighbours. Please let us know what you think. Arteta made some interesting tactical decisions. Mourinho as a full number 9, which is great. Timber's role. I mean, again, Timber's role. Trossard involvement. What did you make of the setup when you saw it? Was it something that
I think it's obviously with injuries and stuff like that. I think that was probably our best 11 that we could have put out. Obviously, no Gyökeres. No Gabriel, so I think those were natural replacements to come in. Mourinho and Nkapie. Timber, you know how much I love Timber. He's just unbelievable. But yeah, Arteta got it right, and I think the fans. Obviously, you were there. The atmosphere was unbelievable, but I think the players knew how much it meant to us and the run that we were on at that time. There was no other way that we were going to lose that game.
Do you think that this was a massive? Do you think this was a massive statement of a win? To the rest of the league, or I mean, was it? Because I mean, I'm going to say, did it? Was it? I think
it was a bit of Arteta got it just bang on, right? Obviously, it looks a lot better when Eze gets the hat trick and the 4-1 result, but we earned it. We absolutely pummeled them and deserved everything we got out of that game. I was annoyed that obviously we conceded the goal, but I was right at that end as well, so that was annoying. But especially with Richarlison, the absolute shithouse. But yeah, Arteta got it right that day, and yeah, he seems like with the derbies, he's getting it right.
So again, you'll get the whole team. Rating the whole team. I'm not going to do individuals.
I'd just say 9 out of 10 performance. 9 out of 10. Only because they conceded that goal, which was harsh, really. Because you know, he's like that. He likes coming off his line and stuff. But 9 out of 10 performance. Great day out. Great atmosphere. Obviously, brilliant that Eze got the hat trick. Really cemented himself in Arsenal history and put himself on the map as our number 10. And he's been even before he scored that hat trick. Remember that little dink he put through to Rice straight away. Just that sort of creativity that we have been missing for a little bit. with Odegaard off form and injury and stuff like that. So yeah, great showing from Arsenal and Eze.
Right. Now, before we, let's move into the Chelsea game, shall we? It was a gritty stop-start game to the end. I mean, again, was this a point gain or was it a point or points drop for the Arsenal?
To be fair, I think with this sort of game, I think this will be answered at the end of the season. The Chelsea game for me, I felt like after the hard week we had with Spurs on the weekend, Bayern Munich midweek, and then Chelsea away, and Chelsea were well up for it as well. And I don't know how the ref didn't give some fouls, both ways to be fair, but some of the fouls he was letting go was an absolute joke to be fair. But and you could tell they were rash, obviously with Caicedo getting sent off. That was the sort of challenges they were putting in non-stop to try and stop the game, and we couldn't get a flow. We couldn't get any passing game going because it was stop.
Did you see some of the nasty? Did you see some? You talk about Caicedo. I mean, that was a horrific challenge. But did you see some of the other challenges? For what was the name of the Argentinian player when he kicked?
Fernandez.
When he kicked Noni Nelli down on the floor, and then one of their players, I mean, literally was cheering about it. I personally feel about that game is that is it Mourinho, the manager?
Maresca.
Yeah, Rames. What's his name?
Maresca.
I don't know whether he told them to go out there and he took the blueprint from Sunderland to be physical and literally try and bully them, or he just went out. He just said to them, "Look, just go out there and just be physical against them," because the first half, it was just all. There was no tactics or skills or any gameplay for Chelsea. It was just all about telling Arsenal players, "Yeah, we're here."
It was Chelsea. To be fair, I thought it was Chelsea's best chance to beat us with Gabriel and Saliba both out. Obviously, no Gyökeres as well. And I, to be fair, I put it down to us being tired, but also Chelsea were well up for it, and they had a game plan of just not letting us get in any sort of flow, dominate the ball at all. It was stop, start, kicking us left, right, and centre. With the man sent off, obviously on paper we should have gone on won it, and I think Gyökeres could have. I think Timber put his head in it before Gyökeres last minute could have scored that header, and we would all be thinking about Gyökeres a lot different if he got an away goal at Chelsea, the winner. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it was a difficult game. I think in hindsight, I think the way the game went, I'll just take the point and move on. But I think we were knackered after Spurs and Bayern Munich, which is no real excuse for that because we have got a big squad.
You say that. I mean, again, there was a big build up to the match when it came to Caicedo and Rice, who's the better midfielder, and I think that was in Caicedo's head.
Yeah, 100%. That's why he was so intense that obviously he was making rash challenges.
But Wright never really had a great game, if we're totally honest.
He did have a quiet game, but then against Bayern Munich and Spurs, he was top notch. Do you know what I mean?
So do you think? Well, I mean, again, it's not. I agree with you. I mean, I'll talk a bit more. But are you saying these matches, some of the matches for these players was one too many? Some of them needed a rest. You can't. I mean, again, you can't really rest players like that in these sort of games because these are all big games. But should Arteta have trusted more of the bench they had to give some of these guys a rest?
I think obviously but obviously they scored straight after half time, I think it was. And I think normally when Arteta gets the boys in at half time, he's normally brilliant at getting them going, refocusing them. And obviously I think we switched off straight away. They've scored from a corner, I think it was, just after half time.
Yeah.
But I always thought I thought after half time, I thought we would not comfortably win it, but I think
now again, you just mentioned there, if I remember, when they scored, because they scored from the what's his name, from the near post, he flicked it on.
Yeah.
Now our goalkeeper was being impeded by their players. Now, number one, why didn't Raya call one of his players and say, "Look, take this guy away from me"? Because this guy was literally pushing Raya all over the place.
Yeah.
Again, some of the players were playing. What did you think about Calafiori on that day? Because I think he struggled a bit. He did.
I think the only reason he struggled is because he didn't have Gabriel and Saliba there. If Gabriel's covering on that left hand side, 100%,
that's not an excuse.
Yeah, mate, it's definitely an excuse. If Gabriel and Saliba were playing, we would never have lost that game.
I understand that, but your position is your position. It's not because
you've got to remember that's the first time Mosquera and Hincapié have played together, and therefore the whole back four playing together.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why Calafiori probably couldn't feel like he could do his normal.
Because your main players or main man or main individual is not in the game. Should your game as an individual go down? No, it shouldn't.
No, but if you know that, if I know that I've got Gabriel behind me, I'm comfortable enough to go doing what Calafiori does. Not saying Hincapié is a bad player, but you don't know. He's never played. They haven't played together at all.
So you don't think fatigue or pressure or pressure played a part in that?
No.
Okay.
I think it was a simple thing of personnel, a whole new back four, getting to know each other in one of the biggest games and one of our biggest away games. And to be fair, Mosquera and Hincapié did very well. They didn't really do much wrong at all. It was obviously the 1-1 result, but I wasn't knocking them. But I'm just saying, as if I was if I was Calafiori or even Timber, I've got to maybe have a little look over my shoulder when defending, obviously. But yeah, I think overall, I think it's a good point. At the time, in hindsight, it's a good point. At the time, I was fuming. I thought we could have done with the 10-man advantage. We could have, especially that sort of player, Casado, who's banging that middle of that midfield. I thought we could have, gone on to win that quite easily.
Everyone in the chat, please let us know what you think. What did the Chelsea match worry you at all, or was it just one of those games?
Do you know what the best thing about the whole thing is? And I want you to pass this message on to your mate, Big Chelsea.
Go on.
They haven't won a game since. And did you hear the fucking bollocks?
Club world champions haven't won a game since, or they lost the other night in Europe, didn't they?
Did you hear the bollocks after? Oh, Chelsea title contenders. Fuck yeah! No, we got smashed by Leeds. Atlanta took them out last night or the night before. So yeah, it was great to see. Great to see that. But I think.
I mean, they pressured us. Let's be honest. All right, they pressured us well. They disrupt our rhythm. Was you surprised how much they limited us with 11 men?
I think you could tell from the first 10 minutes how intense the game was, and I think the referee booked Zubimendi early doors from memory, and that ruined the game. That completely ruined the game because he gave him a yellow after like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, and
then everything was just stop-start after that. We couldn't get in. Like even Chelsea, they couldn't really get into it, but it was working in their favour. Just because, we normally dominate the ball and pass it around the back for a little bit. We weren't getting any opportunity to do that at all.
So what did that match tell you about Arsenal's weakness? Because, I mean, come on, we had 11 players. All right, how many? I mean, we still had enough good players on that team to beat.
I think it's one of them, Pat, at the end of the season, are we going to be kicking ourselves of these 2 points dropped? But we won't know until then whether it's a good point or not. I know I said that earlier. But I just think sometimes you've got to look at the game itself. So, like, we'll get onto Villa away a bit later on. But I think it's similar in that sort of, you just got to take the point and move on. Obviously, Villa, we didn't get any points. But in that scenario, I just feel it was Chelsea's day. It shouldn't have been, but it was Chelsea's day on that day.
But that worries me, though. That worried me because we did go down to, they went down to 10 men. It looked like we were the ones who were down with 10 men. We did look lost. Sometimes, obviously, the back looked lost. We looked like we ran out of ideas. They were tired. One game too many. I don't know.
It was a hell of a. I don't want to make excuses because we should have won the game, but it was a hell of a week. Spurs, Bayern Munich, and Chelsea.
No, I agree. I totally agree. I totally agree.
First weeks you have, and obviously the amount of energy they must have expended for both Spurs and Bayern.
Yeah, I mean, no, I totally agree. Everyone in the chat, what do you guys think? Do you think again, was it one game too many for certain players, or should these players have taken that challenge to Chelsea when they were 11, 10 men down?
Don't get me wrong. I do think some of our players in that sort of scenario, you do need to take the game by the scruff of the neck yourself.
100%. We do.
Try and do something.
100%. Because every single one of what I find now, I will talk about it at the end anyway. I'll talk about. I mean, all right. Next, get up. What would you give the whole team out that?
For the Chelsea game, is I'd probably say 7 out of 10.
No way. I can't disagree with you on that.
If not 6, what are you saying?
I was going 5, 6. Ratings, I was giving 5, 6. All right. So overall, I would have said 5. That's my opinion. I might be wrong, guys. Everyone in the chat, what do you think? Am I wrong? Am I too harsh on that with a Chelsea game? Please let me know. But I literally was giving each players 5 and a 6. And out of it. So my average, I'm going to give 5 for the whole team. I'm giving 5 because we should have won that game. All right, look. That's the Chelsea game. Let's move on to the Brentford game.
Mourinho show.
Yeah, I mean, again, strong performance.
Yeah,
it was a strong performance, but I mean, we needed that. We needed that bounce back.
We needed a goal earlier on as well. It was 1-0 for ages and ages, and I know we look comfortable most of the time now. But
so was that
a set piece?
Was that a routine? Was that a routine win or something more significant?
I think it was a routine win, but I'd like to see us kill the game by 60 minutes. In that sort of game, you should be killing it. We obviously Saka. I think Saka scored an injury time to make it 2-0, but I feel like we just need to be a bit more ruthless and kill these games a bit more earlier, and then the likes of Rice can come off after 60 minutes. Or do you know what I mean? I didn't like the. Obviously, I thought we played well. Don't get me wrong. We were mostly in control for most of it, but these 1-0s, we just need to. Okay, we got the 1-0. Let's get on.
So who stood out for you? Because I mean, Declan Rice was for me. Declan Rice was incredible. Mourinho got the opening. Who impressed you?
I think it's got to be Mourinho. I think his all-round play, linking up play. He got the goal, obviously. Then his assist. I thought the little flick round by Madueke for that Ben White cross as well was really nice, and it's good to see Ben White back. And obviously can give Timber a little break, and I think Timber's picked up another injury now, but might be precautionary. But yeah, don't
forget Ben White.
Ben White, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. That cross from Ben White was bang on and made that. Yeah,
absolutely.
We seem to be attacking. That's why I like the recent goals we've scored. Obviously, we'll talk about Brugge later on, but that goal where it was just ping, 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 cross, ping. Do you know what I mean? Normally it's stop, start, stop, start, stop, stop. And I just thought that sort of flow of goal, that was brilliant. And Mourinho stood out for me. I think he was obviously the man of the match he obviously set up Saka at the end with a nice pass. I feel like Saka should be doing more. I feel like he's gone off the boil a little bit. Obviously, I think Madueke's goals last night and against Bayern Munich, I think that will start to hopefully kick Saka up the arse a bit and start. Because I can't remember what they said against Brentford. I think it was like a year since he had his last assist or goal or something crazy.
I mean, at the end of the day, like we said, we'll talk more about it. But I mean, Noni now is going to give him a bit of competition on that side, and which is good. But at the same time, again, I'm going to jump the gun, but there's something about with Odegaard that has to have the same sort of effect, because you even though he's our captain, you shouldn't have the God-given rights to be just okay. Now you're fit again, or 90% fit, or 85% fit. You'll jump back in there. You can't do that when you've got players like Eze, who's basically, since he's been out, he's been doing absolutely tremendous, and you're pushing him on the left-hand side, and now he's lost. You can't.
I'd be interested to hear we'll talk about later on your starting 11 for Wolves, because there's a lot of decisions have to be made now with players coming back.
Okay, fine. If players coming back, I still want to really entertain them, because they've got to earn it, and that's my opinion. You've got to earn your fitness. I mean, would I say that about Gabriel and Saliba? No. No,
of course.
I couldn't. I mean, but anyway, before we get into that, I want to ask the listeners who was their man of the match for the Brentford game. Would you make it Rice? Would you get Mourinho, or even Ben White? Who would you give your man in the match to? So I mean, okay, so Timber came in. Timber came back at centre back.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Do you think he's done well? Do you think he's done well there since? Because
I think he's played there. He plays there for his country, so I'm happy.
He's becoming one of Arsenal's most important players, though.
Oh, 100%. He's you know how much I love him, mate. I might have to get a tattoo if we win the league. He's been, that's why I'm annoyed that he's obviously taken a little bit of a knock. Hopefully, I think he might be back for Wolves. I think it might be precautionary, but he's been a monster for us. And
so what happens to Ben White? Because Ben White has been absolutely brilliant so far.
Yeah, hasn't put a foot wrong. And to be fair, I thought that amount of time out for his match sharpness to be straight in, and like, that's a credit to him as well. How hard he's been working, probably. But yeah, I think Timber's the man still. But with Ben White right behind him, and I think we're going to see a lot of these 60-minute subs with players like that just come and switch in all the time. So Brentford was good. It was hopefully it's going to be similar to Wolves, where we just.
So did this match showed Arsenal control and mentality? I mean, did you?
Well, it was brave from Arteta because he took Hincapié out, and then he put Timber and Mosquera together. Now Mosquera's bloody injured for a couple of months. But we would have never had 2 years ago, Pat. We would have been crying at these options. Do you know what I mean? We would never have nothing like this. So.
No, I agree. But I think he's got to be very careful though how he brings players back in. I do understand if Gabriel and Saliba are fit, you're going to have to bring them back in. But no, I don't think you can throw Gabriel, especially Gabriel. I don't think you can throw him straight in.
No, I think you've got to wrap him up and cut him all a little bit.
You're going to have to, without a shadow of a doubt. You're going to have to. But when players are out injured, and these players who's basically come in to deputise, and they've shown that not only they're doing the deputising, but they're doing absolutely well, and we're still having a winning formula. I don't think you should change it. I really don't think, because that is low morale anyway. Because that will think, well, fuck, what more can I do? I've shown what I can do. I've shown I'm up to the challenge. But now this one's back, push me. That can bring down morale, and I really do hope not when it comes to Eze in what Arteta's done to him, because how many games before Martin Odegaard came back? Was it 5 games, 6 games? 5, 6, 7 games.
He come on against Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich. Yes, he came in on Bayern Munich.
He came on against Bayern Munich. So he's been back for Chelsea, Brentford, Villa, and Brugge. Yeah.
Right. And while he's on that bench, he basically was.
But I think he's playing it smartly with well, especially yesterday, Odegaard starting. That does make me think that Eze will hopefully start as number 10.
Odegaard's come on.
Then I wouldn't be surprised.
Odegaard's come on. How many assists has he done?
Odegaard.
Yeah. Do you know? I can't remember.
0, isn't it?
Right. Eze's come in. Eze's doing what's that? How many goals he's got? 5, 6 goals so far. About 5 goals.
He's got 4 in the league. Oh, he's got 5. Yeah, he scored in the Carabao Cup as well. So yeah, 5 goals.
Right. He's got 5 goals, and how many assists has he got? That's now dropped off. Yeah. Because he's put him in a different position. He needs to. I mean, he needs to understand. Hang on a minute. Odegaard, Eze, no assist, no goals, 5 goals, 2 assists.
Remember that game against who was it? Was it Forest, where Odegaard came off injured?
Yeah, that was with his shoulders.
Yeah, and we played Zubimendi. I don't think Rice played that game for some reason. I swear it was Zubimendi, Odegaard, Eze.
I can't remember.
And then Eze moved in centrally, and then
that's right. It didn't really work though.
Clicked. Everything sort of clicked after when Odegaard came off. That's what I'm saying. I'm annoyed. It's frustrating with Odegaard because I do like him. He is a good player, but
he's nowhere near his best.
Yeah. There was that. He did come on. He did come on against. I think he did come on against Chelsea and did change the game for us a little bit. Not as far as being that guy who assisted the player or set up the goal. I just felt like he got us back on track to okay. We need to sort ourselves out a little bit. And Eze was quiet in that game.
Okay,
but then he did play against Spurs and Bayern Munich. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Eze was quiet that game. Was Eze playing his position that game?
As a number 10, he was, yeah. Against Chelsea.
Okay. All right. I can't. I need. My brain's gone blank on that one. But okay, fine.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Let's move on now to the game that I think we were absolutely below par, and that's the Villa game. All right, because we've got to remember we haven't lost a game since August, and that was against Liverpool.
How the fuck did we lose that? Look at the state of them now. Jesus Christ! But yeah,
for me, the players, and I got to be honest, the players look tired. They look lost in the back. They were everywhere but nowhere, out of position. Players playing out of position. They look absolute terrible in defense. They look terrible in the midfield. Nothing up front. I honestly believe that was one game too far for a lot of them. They were knackered. They were tired.
It was a fucking shit day out anyway. Yeah, where do we start with Villa? I think it's very, very similar to.
What do you think went wrong? What do you really?
I think it's very similar to the Chelsea game where the Villa crowd and fans were well up for it. Villa players and fans were well up for it. Again, we were missing that sort of game. Chelsea away, Villa away. That's where you want your centre-back pairing. And again, they didn't necessarily do anything wrong. I just feel like controlling the ball, everything starts with our centre-backs. And then obviously going wide, blah, 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 blah. I just felt like it was very similar to the Chelsea game where we were just lackluster.
Our centre-back was Timber and Nkapie, right?
On
the Villa game.
Yeah.
Where I think he went wrong, he should have put Wright in the midfield, in that centre, and kept Timber in his place.
Rice as centre back.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Rice as centre back. Rice is a centre back. Right.
I think Rice was carrying something because he wasn't the same, and I think that's why, or he was ill or something.
Not like Rice. That. Oh, I'm not talking about Rice. Ben. I meant Wright. Ben White. Ben White.
Oh, White. Oh, sorry.
Ben White should have been. Sorry, Ben White should have been in the centre as a centre back, and
but Timber's more experienced as a centre back than White is.
But Timber's not. Maybe more. But I think it would have been the height.
I know what you're saying, but Timber beats that.
Timber didn't look good. No,
Timber beats that height.
Well, Timber looked lost. The whole of that defense looked. Who was on the left? Who was the left? Was it Calafiori or was it
Calafiori and Calafiori?
Yeah, Calafiori again. All right, played too far up front. Played too far up the middle. It was in the middle. He left the left hand side wide open. Villa had they've made Arsenal were trying to make the pitch narrow, and Villa was making it wider, and we got caught out.
They kept playing that ball over.
Right, exactly, and Calafiori was nowhere to be seen, and there was always a man open for Villa. And all right, so would you blame? Because remember the goal. Would you blame Eze for that goal? Because they're saying that Eze lost his man. He should have been marketed. Because you got to remember they scored from the left-hand side. I don't think that's got any. I don't think that's.
I think the defender should have been in a better position. Obviously, if you don't track your man, you've got to take the hit in football. But if they've still got a defense to beat at the end of the day as well. Do you know what I mean? Eze didn't track his man. That was the bad thing. And then
So you're saying
maybe Hincapié should have been in a better position. The defense.
No, well, I mean, I don't know. Are you sure? But I mean, Eze was playing defensive. I mean, in the defense on the left hand side.
Yeah.
Calafiori was in the middle, somewhere in the middle of the pitch somewhere. Okay.
To be fair, I felt like the first half we were in control. I thought we were in control, and then got hit with that goal.
I wouldn't even say we was in control. I honestly don't think we was in control.
I don't think we were in trouble.
We looked tired. The back, you can tell, the back looked tired. The back looked disorientated. The back looked lost. And that's what I'm saying. Even the last game, the last kick off the game. All right, we couldn't even kick a ball out. We couldn't even kick the ball out.
Gabriel and Saliba. That's what I'm saying. These massive away games, Villa away, is always going to cause us problems. Villa, Chelsea away.
Yeah, but you say that. But we've been harping on. We have got strength in depth. And it's not just about strength in depth. It's not just about quantity. We've got quality. So Timber, Hincapié, Calafiori, whoever should have been enough.
But are they at Saliba or Gabriel's level?
Doesn't matter.
Of course it
doesn't matter.
They're the best centre backs in the league. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. The players that
we had to get that ball out. We didn't have to put. We couldn't even get to it.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was exactly the same as the Chelsea game. To be honest, I just felt like Villa and Chelsea just wanted a little bit more, and that probably worked its way out in the result.
Okay, then now you said that. What does that say about Arteta's authority then? Because you're saying Chelsea and Villa wanted a little bit more. We're trying to win the league.
I know, but our injuries not catching us up a little bit.
Every single game is a cup final.
It's not an excuse, but injuries are catching us up.
Okay.
But if you take any centre back pairing,
that's why we've got the squad.
Yeah.
That's why we've got the depth.
But again, Pat, if you take the two best centre backs in any team we played, Spurs, take Romero and Van de Ven out, they're finished. Chelsea have the central defenders are terrible, to be fair. Villa, if you take that Konza and that Torres out, and you put two new centre backs, teams are going to be licking their lips.
Does Timber play centre back for his country?
He does.
Right. Okay. Fine. So he's got the experience. All right. He's an international. Okay.
Has he ever played against Hincapié in the Premier League alongside Hincapié in the Premier League?
Hincapié again plays for his country in that position.
I know, but look at it from Villa's point of view. If you're looking at Arsenal and you're looking at the starting 11, what are you licking your lips at? Bang! We haven't got no striker. Obviously Marino's playing there, but we've got no striker. Yeah.
Mm.
Trossard was injured. He's been one of our best players. I think Saka's slightly off form at the minute. But as far as Villa is looking at our team sheet, what are you going to do? What are you going to target? Our two the best centre backs in the Premier League. Both of them are out. Obviously, we're going to target that left hand side because they know Calafiori's getting forward. Our midfield looked tired and jaded. So yeah, I think it was a mix of a few things. But
okay, do you think concentration or their mentality is still an issue in these tight games, in these tight matches, when it comes to Arsenal?
No, because we got back in it at Chelsea. It should never have happened, them going ahead, but we got back in it at Chelsea. And Villa, that fucking goal at the end should have never gone in. I don't know how it's even gone in. I was staring right at it. I couldn't really believe my eyes. So I don't think it's necessarily a problem. I don't think Villa on paper away is always going to be a hard game for us. Chelsea away, again, if we want to win the league, we've got to be winning these games. I agree with you 100%. But I think under the circumstances, I don't want to make excuses, but I knew as soon as Saliba and Gabriel are out, we're going to look different. We're not going to have that same steel at the back. And I know what you're saying. Hincapié is a quality player. Timber, world class. As a pairing and what they bring for us, Saliba and Gabriel, you can get away with one of them being out, but both of them, it's completely changing the way teams look at us, the way we play, the way we defend, the way we attack set pieces. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. All right, then. Well,
you were saying earlier about the size difference. Again,
I was saying earlier about the
size difference in the players.
Right.
Look at Gabriel and Saliba against Hincapié and Timber. Don't get me wrong, they're amazing defenders, but look at the height difference in both of them.
Yeah, I know. That's why I did say Ben White should have played with Hincapié instead of.
I don't think that would have made a difference. I know what you're saying, but I don't think that would have made it.
Okay, fine. All right. Well, looking at the last 5 games, 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. How do you think this run has shaped Arsenal's season? All right, let me ask you another thing. All right. Who are your top 3 performers across the whole 5 games?
I think you have to say Eze just based on the hat-trick for Spurs, and he did play very well against Bayern Munich. I'd probably say Marino again, just because he was quiet in one of those games. He was wasn't even involved at all. He was very quiet for those games, but what he's doing as far as we haven't got a striker. We're still waiting on Gokrez, still waiting on Havertz. Obviously, Jesus came back and he did look very sharp last night, but I'd say Marino. It's hard because they're all generally playing well. I wouldn't say we haven't got that standout player. Do you know what I mean? What would you say?
My standout players at the moment, I would say
Rice, of course.
Sorry, who's that? What?
Rice, sorry, as well.
Mine is Trossard. Mine is Trossard and Eze, and I was going to say Zubamendi, but he fell off last night a bit. And a couple
lovely assist though.
Absolutely lovely assist. So yeah, so they're my 3. I want to ask everyone else, who's your top 3 players in the last 5 games? Let us know in the comments.
Sorry to go back to that Gabriel Saliba point, but you've just mentioned Zubamendi. Then, if we had Zubamendi and Rice out of this team, how different do we look? We'd be fucked.
Yeah, no, I get it. But aren't you worried that, you know what scares me right now, and which is it's a good thing as well. Last season, Liverpool ran away with the league. There was really no one challenging them.
Yeah.
But you can, if you take a look at the table today, all right. Arsenal, what we were 8 points, 9 points.
It was like we were chilling, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? And it's now. I mean, where's it gone? But where has it gone? I mean,
it's those 2 away games that have stiffed us.
It's madness, isn't it? We look at it and think, yo, lovely jubbly. You know what I mean? See you later. I mean, we're going to win the game. We're going to be winning this league by Christmas.
Yeah.
Hello.
But this is a shock we need. I like this. I like it because we've had a hard run of games and it is a bit of a shock we need. And then we can then put 2 points out of City. So we'll be 5, touch wood. Got to beat Wolves, otherwise he's got to pack it in.
You know something, right?
5 points clear if we beat Wolves. You know what I mean? And then the pressure on them again.
I mean, I'll say the top 4. I mean, from 11th to 4th.
Yeah,
anyone can go 4th if they win. If they win,
like 24 points, aren't they?
It's madness.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like you've got Bournemouth on 20 points. You got Newcastle on 22 points. You got the Scums on 22 points. You got Liverpool on 23 points. Sunderland on 23 points. Brighton on 23 points. You got Everton on 24 points. You got Man United on 25 points. You got Chelsea on 25 points.
That's why I want them to get in a little huddle.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like anyone wins a game and anyone's from 11th, you can just go to 4th. Do you know what I mean?
What I'm worried about, Pat, is, I think I said a few weeks ago, is literally Donnarumma and Haaland. Because I don't think Man City are that good. I think they can be got at, they can be scored against. But Donnarumma or Haaland will take this league a lot longer than it should have. As you said, we should be really high and dry. But again, it's Donnarumma and Haaland that could get us to the last couple of games of the season, and then we've got to find out who we are.
No, I agree. Okay, look, because I mean, we need to wrap up on that. So, I mean, so overall, how are you feeling about it? Because of 15 games.
Yeah, let's talk about the Prem. So, the Prem, we've had a couple of tough away games, and I think we're going to find out at the end of the season. I know I keep saying it, but I know we've just been stung in the past. Villa fuck us up, and they have fucked us up on numerous occasions during our title challenges over the last couple of years. So, disappointing to lose it like we did at Villa. But overall, amazing win at Spurs. Chelsea, tricky away tie. Brentford, standard 3 points, and Villa disappointing. We were due this sort of run because of the start of the season we've had after Liverpool. The results we've been on and the results we've gotten.
Arsenal's had it. Let's not make no bones about it. Arsenal had it hard in the first 6 games.
All the away games we've played already.
These games. I mean, Arsenal's we've had it really hard, and to come out relatively unscathed, if you know what I mean, not battered.
I think if we didn't know the context of everything, and we were sat here now, and we're top of the league, top of the Champions League, we would have snatched their hand off it. Do you know what I mean? And we've played everyone away from home except for City and Tottenham, which is the only games I'm really concerned about or up for, I'd say. So I think the Liverpool result hurts me more out of the whole season.
No. For me, like you say, the Liverpool, I'd say the Villa and Chelsea games hurt me more. But look, let's just quickly move on from because I want to jump into the Champions League. But before we do that, I want to talk quickly about the Wolves game on Saturday. Is it Sunday or Saturday?
Saturday, 8:00.
Saturday, yeah. Okay, fine. How do you find? What do you think about that?
So this is what I wanted to speak to you about, is the starting 11, because I think it's interesting, because I think he's got to start Eze. I think Martinelli's got to start. I think he's got to start Gyökeres. Saka or Madueke. I think Saka's on the bench, so Saka will probably start. Or would he play with Madueke's form? Do you start Madueke on the left, Saka on the left, have Madueke and Saka? Obviously, Rice is coming back from illness. Who's going to be in our midfield? That's why I was worried if he was going to play Zubimendi, Eze and Odegaard. I think that doesn't work at all. And then our defence again. It's like, is Norgard going to have to play centre back? Do you know what I mean? Are you saying Mosquera's injured, so we could have White, Timber.
Saliba must be back, surely.
Well, I thought we'd be back sooner than this. So
I don't know. I've not seen anything as yet, but I need to. I'll check. I will definitely check.
I think, yeah. What I think he'll go with is Raya, White, Timber, Hincapié.
Hang on, but back off. You got Raya,
White, Timber.
You're still saying putting Timber in there? Jesus.
Okay. He will.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hincapié.
Yeah. Becerra. I mean, not Becerra.
What did you think of Lewis Skelly?
He's lost a little bit of edge.
I think he's in his head a little bit. But yeah, sorry, Calafiori.
Is it because he's not been getting a run of games?
Yeah, I think we're noticing it a bit more because Ben White's playing as well on the other side, and he's just come in and he's just hit the ground running. I'd want Lewis Skelly in midfield. I don't want him. I think you are not getting the best out of that player.
Do you think Lewis would get bullied in the midfield?
No, I think.
Who would you take out then?
I think you take
in whose place?
I wouldn't start him. I'd have him coming on for somebody. He'd have to play on that left-hand side, so it'd be like Rice after 70, 80 minutes.
Okay, fine. So you got Calafiori. Who did you say the middle?
Calafiori. You'd have Zubimendi.
Right.
Hopefully Rice is fit.
Right.
Has to be fit. Eze.
Well, hang on a minute. Right, you don't really need Rice for that. It's against Wolves.
You don't. It is a game where you could rest.
I think it's a game
you could play a Norgard, Zubimendi.
I think it's a game that we should rest him. But anyway, okay, fine. Next week.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But I think if he's back from illness, he'll play. I need Gyökeres to start scoring some goals. He's linking up the play well, doing everything else, but doing what he needs to do as a striker.
He needs to score goals. He does 100% need to score goals.
Saka
but you've got to build the game. I mean, or the play around him.
Yeah. To be fair, he was doing some nice touches against Brugge yesterday. And then he'd do a little touch and then make the run, and then we recycle it again.
Yeah. All right, let's not drop the gun, but finish off that.
And yeah, just Saka's slightly worrying me.
And who's on the left-hand side?
I would either go Madueke or Martinelli.
Is Trossard not back yet?
Trossard's not back, I don't think.
Okay, fine. All right. So, okay, fine. Okay, guys, listen. Everyone else in the chat, please let us know what your starting 11 will be against Wolves. Let us know what your predictions will be against. Also, the scoring. Please let us know. Okay, guys. So, I want to quickly just jump in. We talk about the Champions League because obviously we played Bayern Munich and Brugge.
Yeah.
Obviously, was top of the league. We haven't lost any games. 18 points. I think we're qualified now. To be honest with you, I do hope we win the league, win that league. But it doesn't really matter if we lose a couple of those games now because I think we're through. It's not all about. I think
we've got to remember from last season because I think Liverpool won it and dominated, and then they got PSG straight away.
And one of the good things of what I've heard as well, if Arsenal won the league, apparently what I heard, every single one of their games will be played second. We won't play our games first, so all our games will be at home.
Second,
yeah,
we'll be at home second.
Yeah, so we'll play the first games all away.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I like that or I don't like that.
Why? I'd rather play the games away first, and when we get them at home, we'll batter them.
Yeah, I just think
everyone in the chat.
With this team, maybe, yeah. With this team. Didn't we play last year? Didn't we play all the home games first?
I think we most probably did. I'm not really too sure. I think
we did.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. I mean, I just want everyone in the chat. Let us know what you think. Would you prefer to play your games first at home and then away, or play all your second games at home? Let us know in the chat. Okay, let's quickly just talk about the Bayern Munich game. What do you reckon?
Quality. I've been waiting to beat Bayern at home for a long time, and we were well up for it. Took all the Spurs performance straight into that game, and it was tricky. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, Timber got that header, that flick on at the near post for our opening goal. and then they come straight back into it. And then second half, I thought he got him in, and like he normally does. And yeah, I didn't feel like Bayern Munich really could get into the game at all in the second half. Obviously, he made them subs as well. Calafiori came on, scored, passed it straight over to Madueke for that goal. And obviously Martinelli again, just a machine in this Champions League. He's built for the Champions League, Martinelli. So yeah, really, really happy with Bayern Munich result. I thought to go just put all the effort and energy into that Spurs game, and then to come and do that to Bayern Munich, that's impressive. And look at the players Bayern Munich have got; they're no joke. So yeah, I was really happy with that result.
I was fascinated. I can't remember who it was, but one of the Bayern Munich players said that Arsenal beat them on set pieces. All our goals was on play. What? Who was it?
Such a little bitch, mate.
Such an idiot. Did we never scored a set piece, did we? I can't remember.
We scored the first goal was a set piece.
Was it? All right. Okay, fine. But what? And then what? Okay. And then what I want to know is from him when they scored their goal, wasn't it a long ball? It was a long ball, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kimmich give the long ball to fair. It was
right.
It was a good goal from them.
It was a good goal, and no one's taking that away from him. But he's talking about Arsenal beat them on set pieces and long balls. How did you score your goal, your only goal against the Arsenal? It came from an absolute brilliant long ball.
Yeah.
So
they can't see nothing.
There we go.
We dominated in the second half.
They were unbeaten for what? I think it's 16, 18 games.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
I was happy to shut company up as well.
Right, and that's a fact. They were unbeaten for 16 or 17, 18 games. Don't matter. Came to the Arsenal, we battered them. And that's a fact. So no matter what they say, they can cry about it. Arsenal were the better team, and they're coming out and saying, "Yeah, we can't wait. All right, this is just a This is just a league game. Look, we can't wait to meet them in the knockout stage." As if they're going to be that confident in beating Arsenal. Listen, at the end of the day, if Arsenal have a full team out, everyone let me know in the comment. If Arsenal even have a full team out, do you still think Bayern will beat Arsenal? I don't think so. What do you reckon, Jake?
Nah. To be fair, I think the game changed when Calafiori came on, to be fair, because I think Lewis Skelly and Olise were having quite a good battle, to be fair. And I think both of them were getting the best of each other at certain times. But I think Calafiori came on and obviously came on straight away and provided the cross, but just a bit more still. But that's what worries me about Lewis Skelly, is that if you put him in midfield, it's a lot less risk averse for us, because if he loses the ball at left back, he's pretty much one-on-one with the keeper. Do you know what I mean? And he does look slow when he's running away or back to our goal. He looks slow, and that Brugge player even last night had him on toast a little bit. So that's why in the midfield you don't have to be that electric pace-wise. You can just rely on the good stuff that he's got: his touch, his control, his strength for his size. But yeah, I just feel like we're putting him in this position of him getting caught out. It reminds me of Zinchenko a little bit, just the way that he's brilliant on the ball, he's brilliant at getting forward. But yeah, I don't want teams to start targeting us in that position.
Okay, let's talk about the Brugge game last night. Take it away. What did you think? Do you think that was a good?
I don't think Brugge was great, to be honest.
Good bounce back after.
Yeah. I think. The players looked like they were on it a bit more. I don't think Brugge offered much, to be fair. But obviously we can only play what's in front of us. Madueke, great strength to turn and drive at goal, and obviously put that top in's unbelievable goal. When was the last time we scored a goal like that? Zubimendi maybe at Forest, that sort of like outside the box sort of. We don't normally score goals like that. So buzzing for Madueke, because you can tell he's I thought he was going to come off because he looked like he'd done his finger or dislocated his finger or something, but he was adamant to stay on. And obviously, that's what I mean by grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck and doing it yourself. Do you know what I mean? And that's what Saka needs to do a bit more of. But yeah, don't get me wrong, the opposition wasn't great. But yeah, really pleased. I think we're having a lovely run in the Champions League. I think it suits us more because teams are a bit more open and not playing 11 men behind the ball all the time. So the likes of Madueke, Martinelli, they're going to thrive in this sort of games where it is open and they do have room to run at people, and they're not got 3 players on them at all times, for example. So yeah, really good performance away from home again.
I forgot to talk about Jesus coming back.
Unbelievable how sharp he was.
Isn't it?
I wish that goal went in. Like, he whacked off the bar, didn't he? But he looks hungry. He looked like he could be doing.
He does.
And just before he got,
would you start him? Would you not start him against Wolves?
No, I think you've got to keep your eggs in Gyökeres's basket at the minute.
Okay.
But then this is the whole thing. It's like Mourinho hasn't really done much wrong. How are you going to be dropping? And I think he probably likes Mourinho a bit more for what he does in and around the box as well, bringing other people into play.
Yeah.
But I think you've got to play Gyökeres. Jesus is brilliant. I'd happily let him come in off the left or even down the middle with 20 minutes to go, and I think he will start to cause havoc because he looks fresh, ready, and didn't look like he needed any time to ease his way.
Have you heard of any injuries coming back?
From Brugge?
No, for the Saturday game.
No, I haven't heard. I mean, coming from Brugge, no, I haven't heard anything. Hopefully, Royce was just an illness, wasn't it? So hopefully he'll be back. But like you said, if it's Wolves, then that's probably the only game you would say let's rest a couple. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think Mourinho's a bit of a freak?
I seen a thing the other day that he was playing centre back for Dortmund when he was a kid. It's one of them. It's like on his day, I can't remember what game it was. He just completely went missing. It might have been Villa. He completely went missing. So that's the only worry I have is on his day, he can link play, he can score a goal. His first touch finishing is unbelievable. His heading, what he does defensively as well. He obviously drops back right into that midfield, getting in amongst it. So that's the positives. But I think he is a bit of a freak. I think he's got 20 goals in this calendar year, hasn't he?
Something like
which is fucking mental. But then there's still Havertz to come back as well, and like he might start Mourinho in the field saying that if Rice ain't up to scratch.
Let me quick on because I'm gonna close it down, guys, and everyone else. Look, I just want to quickly ask you. I mean, you've got to be very quick on this, mate, because I want to close it down. I just want to talk about a few games that's going on. Obviously, Arsenal's got Wolves.
Yeah.
City's got Palace. What do you reckon about that game?
Is that at City?
That's a really good question. I'm not really too sure. I'll need to find that out.
I think that makes a bit of a difference. To be fair, I think City are hitting a bit of run of form. Obviously,
City's away. It's away. So you got Chelsea versus Chelsea at Everton. Chelsea's at home.
Okay.
You got Liverpool. You got Liverpool Brighton. Liverpool's at home, obviously. And we've got this. I'm not going to read them all out, but Crystal Palace against City.
No, yeah.
All right, and then we got the Scums. Forest playing the Scums, and then we got West Ham and Villa.
To be fair, they're all pretty good games. To be fair, as far as they should be, like there's no like bankers. I would say that Sunderland Newcastle game would be really good. My neighbour's going for that one, the bastard. Palace Man City. Have Palace hit a bit of bad form, or they not?
No, I don't.
Oh, no, it's because they lost to United the other day. That's what made me think that.
I don't think
they lost to United. Yeah, I'm glad City are playing the day after, to be honest, because I still feel like we need to reverse it and put the pressure on them. Let us keep leading by 5 points and let them keep doing the chasing. Yeah, you look at the table now; it's just mental.
Stupid, isn't it? Anyone who wins, it's funny from 11th down. If you win that game, and everyone else above you loses, you're going fourth.
It's like Palace versus Man City. It's second versus fourth. It's just mad. What
do you reckon about that game? Do you reckon Palace can beat them? I think Palace is good enough to beat them. I think Palace has got enough to beat them.
I fucking hope so, mate. We need
So do I.
we need
So
a
do
little
I.
bit of a gappage.
We do.
Chelsea, Everton, yeah. Chelsea on a bad run of form.
I think Chelsea. I think
Chelsea
Chelsea will
will
win
do the
that. They'll
business.
win that. They'll win that. They'll win that.
Um,
I'll tell you what's a brilliant game, and I
What?
can't wait to watch it.
Talk to me.
Sunderland versus Newcastle.
Yeah.
That's
My
a stormer, boy.
I'll get
That's
my neighbour's. I told my neighbour to send me some videos, so I'll send you some videos of the atmosphere because that is going to be mental.
That is gonna be
That is
a
going to be.
mental,
How long's it been?
monumental game.
It must have been like I don't know the last time they played each other. So
I can't tell. I can't. But that's a game I'm looking forward
it
to.
wouldn't surprise me if Sunderland win 3-0, something like that. To be honest,
because that's going to be a game of absolute someone bullying.
Newcastle have just
Someone's going to bully someone.
Newcastle have just gone to Leverkusen and drew yesterday.
Mm.
Sunderland have chilled all week at home. Sunderland will be rocking, and I think they could do a job. Newcastle are terrible away from home.
I think so. Right, listen. Anyway, look, I want to thank everyone for joining. Joining me. Look, mixed emotions, guys. All right. It's been for me. It's been emotional. It really has. It has been a roller coaster. The last 5 games. I think we've come out not too. We've not come out too bad.
Okay? No,
we haven't come out too bad. We've done.
We're top of the league. We're top of the Champions League.
Top of the Champions League.
Could be worse.
You know,
Could be worse.
Could be bloody worse.
Get our centre backs back. Let us
know what you think in the chat, guys. Look, I want to thank Jake for once again for partnering with me on this monumentous occasion, because honestly, I don't think I could have done this on my own, because it's my emotions was going everywhere. I was sad when Arsenal played Chelsea because we could have won that game. We should have won that game. I was almost depressed when Arsenal lost.
Did you do a TikTok with Big Chelsea?
No, I didn't talk to anyone. I avoided everyone. I avoided them. But at the end of the day, look, guys, hope to see everyone for the next one. Please subscribe. Please follow. Please share the like with everyone else, guys. It really would help us. By the way, do apologize. We weren't around last week. Some things do happen, so we couldn't do it. But we will be back next week to talk about the Arsenal Wolves game. And
Everton next after that. I think Everton away, 20th of December.
Yeah, but we're not. That's a week. That's a weekend, right?
Yeah, so we can preview that. Everton.
So we'll be talking about that. So everyone, thanks very much, and I'm going to say thanks to Jake.
Thank you, sir.
Right, thanks everyone, and please, once again, please subscribe, please follow, please share, please, and hopefully see you on the other side. See you on the next one, guys. Thank you very much.